It only made sense for Grand Central Station to be the backdrop of this month's House Committee on Transportation and Infrastructure, especially since the topic was high-speed rail coming to America's most congested and populated area, the northeast corner of the nation.
One of the most valuable and potentially productive federal assets in the United States is, in fact, the Northeast Corridor. This 437-mile stretch of incredibly valuable real estate covers the distance between Washington, our nation's capital, and Boston, Massachusetts.
All on the committee, and those who testified agree that America needs high-speed rail to compete globally. Right now, Europe and Asia invest 2 to 3 times more money for their high-speed systems. But how to make this happen is the question facing the people in this room. And according to TCU President Robert Scardelletti, who testified in front of the committee, the answer lies with Amtrak.
If our country is committed to providing a world-class high-speed rail system in the Northeast Corridor and elsewhere, then it needs to treat Amtrak as an asset and provide Amtrak a dedicated long-term funding source.
But many committee members, and some on the panel, disagree, since Amtrak operates with government support. There are some who think Amtrak should be privatized or outsourced completely.
Amtrak, I can tell you, having been, this is my 19th year of following Amtrak, will never be capable of developing the corridor to its true high-speed potential. The task is too complex and too large-scale and can only be addressed with the help of private sector expertise, those who've done this before, those who can do it in the future, and also they'll never get the funding for it with the plan that they've currently proposed.
Scardelletti opposes that idea. He says Amtrak already has in place the dedicated and experienced workforce critical to the future of high-speed rail.
We do not understand how the public will benefit by allowing a private operator to take over one of Amtrak's most successful routes. In conclusion, the framework of a successful expansion of high-speed rail in the Northeast Corridor for the coming decades is already in place if Amtrak and its employees are treated as a national asset and used to their fullest potential.
But for that to happen, Scardelletti says the government is going to have to start properly funding Amtrak and stop allowing the workers to be the ones who suffer in the end.
You beat them down at every turn of the corner. You beat them down, discourage the employees. How would you like to work for a company where you didn't get a raise for 8 years?
Why was that?
I
haven't got a raise for 3 years in Congress, so you know that's sometimes that's the things we have to deal with.
For Scardelletti, that's not the answer. And even though committee members promise to look out for workers,
and for the labor brothers and sisters that are listening, they can take it from me as the chair of this committee that we will protect their position in whatever construct is brought forth. They will be protected.
Scardelletti has his doubts. He and labor believe in the end this is about creating jobs and ultimately working to save America's middle class.
This new high-speed rail system will create thousands of new jobs. These jobs under the rail laws of the United States will be good-paying jobs with benefits, the kind of middle-class jobs the country needs. In other words, the kind of middle-class jobs that sustain and fulfill the American dream.
For the Machinist News Network, I'm Deirdre Kaniewski.